So, a friend of mine asked me to do some sound effects to go with an intro animation for his gameplay channel. It's got this quirky little controller fumble, and all of this VFX wonkery framing it. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I could do this in like an hour or two, maybe. I don't get to do sound effects and Foley very often, so I thought it'd be fun. The first Foley gig that I actually got was for Pirate Software's game, Champions of Breakfast. I did all the sound effects for that game. Each character's attack noise and hit noise, and almost everything you hear in that game other than a couple tracks. And I wrote a blog post about it back in the day, which led to this video of me using a bike to get the egg beater sounds. But I haven't really talked about Foley since then.
Alright, we can do another one.
So, here's my process. I started with a shotgun mic and a larger condenser mic positioned over a desk where I would be playing with the prop, in this case, a controller. In the animation, he's tossing the controller and trying to catch it. But the thing about Foley is you don't have to do exactly what's happening on screen. You just have to make an artistic impression that goes with the visual. I started by marking out the frames in the animation where different hits would be. So that way, when I have the assets, or when I'm automating everything, I know exactly where to place them to make them line up with the animation. Then I record live Foley, slapping the controller's buttons while watching the video, and trying to approximate the timing to match the animation. I do this a few times, one because each take is a rehearsal and I get better each time, but also to have options for when I edit. Sometimes the first impact in one take sounds really good, but the second hit in a different take sounds better, etc., etc. For a little more flavor, I do another round where I just swipe my sleeves against each other for effort noises to match with the character's movements. Once I have all of these pieces, I edit all of the best noises together, line them up more precisely, and add a little bit of panning and other effects to make them less boring. And that's the live Foley done. Then I get into the VFX wonkery stage. The way I did this was making some retro synth tracks in Logic and having them play a different tone that I would then add a bunch of corrupting, distorted effects over. Then I automate all of those to create this weird, crumbling electronic buzz. I did one building noise burst with a speed up, another noise layer, a low humming buzz layer, and a little tingly whine layer. And when all of these powers combine with the animation, it looks and sounds like this. And that's done. I sent it off and you can actually hear it on Chris's channel, which I'll link below and in a card. If you want me to do any Foley for your project, email me at case@case.dog. Hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes thing. I'm hoping I can have more stuff up like this soon. Until then, check out my BGM reactions, and if you want to keep all of this coming, join my Patreon. Thanks for watching.